got a publicity tip for you. If you're contacting media to get coverage for an event that you're setting up, do you know the timeline that you need to be using to contact that media? Now, first of all, if you want to be in a magazine's editorial lineup, if you have a huge magazine that you're contacting, you need to be talking to them 4 to 6 months before your event, simply because they have editorial lineups that are scheduled way in advance. Now, if you're approaching a smaller magazine, say a local magazine or a niche audience magazine, give them at least 2 to 4 months to prepare some way to integrate you into their editorial lineup if they like your pitch. Now, if you were talking about newspaper, let's talk 2 to 4 weeks ahead of your event. They have editorial lineups as well, although they create a little bit of buffer area in each edition simply because breaking news needs a place. If you're talking to television, you need to be talking to the nationally syndicated huge shows months in advance, just like the large magazines. So, 4 to 6 months, you need to be talking to them. With television, you have a little bit more of a buffer, so 1 to 2 months still might not be horrible. If you're going for a local show, 2 to 3 weeks before your event, you need to be talking to the television outlets to get consideration for coverage of your event, whether it is a person on location while your event is live, or whether it's just an interview in advance of your event. If you want to be on the radio, you need to be talking to nationally syndicated shows 2 to 3 weeks before your event. Local shows, about the same, 1 to 2 weeks. Usually radio has buffers, and there's a lot of cancellations in radio. I'm not sure why, but there just seems to be a lot of cancellations. So they do take more recent pitches, although it's never a bad idea to try to line up an interview as early as possible just to get on calendars. Now, on average, when you have a media campaign based around an event, you really want to start this 2 to 3 months in advance at least, if you're not starting 4 to 6 months before your event's date. Start to push your coverage with those magazines and with the newspapers first, the printed media, and then go to the television and the radio. This is the most effective way to respect their timeline, to respect their time, and to also give yourself the best chance of getting coverage. This is a publicity tip from Sabrina Sumption. Check out my website, sabrinasumption.com. That's SabrinASumsion.com.